Hey Patriots, so another video that we're going to have for transformations is called rotations. So we're going to talk about the properties of rotations and the rules for some of our more common rotations in this video. So what is a rotation? A rotation, simply put, you can figure it out. A rotation is a turn. Rotate is to turn. It's a circular movement about a point, and that point is called my center of rotation. We are going to turn a figure around a point. Once again, a rotation is an isometry. It's a rigid transformation because my pre-image, where we are starting off right here, here is my pre-image. I know this one is my pre-image because if you notice the arrow, we start here. We're starting here at the blunt end of my arrow, and we're going to turn it around this way and end here. So this is my image. Pre-image and image are exactly the same. They are congruent. The only thing that changed was location. And right here, this point is called my center of rotation. This is the point we are going to turn about. Normally, we normally use the origin of a graph as our center. It doesn't have to be, but it makes things nice and easy, and that's what we're mostly going to do in this class. So we've got, like I just showed you, we have our pre-image and our image. We've got our center of rotation. So let's look at some of our rotation rules. Now, on your graph, you may want to do your colors. You may want to do the 90 degrees clockwise and the 270 degrees counterclockwise in different colors. You can tell if it's clockwise or not, because if you start at noon, at 12 o'clock, and you come down to the right to 3 o'clock, that's clockwise. If you start at noon and you go to 9 o'clock, that is counterclockwise. So if a pre-image, and we're locating where we're starting at XY, is rotated 90 degrees clockwise or 270 degrees counterclockwise, that's the same rotation. Well, I can go one click to the right, or I can go 3 clicks to the left. It'll bring us to the same place. Then my image is located at the point y negative x. We're going to flip the location of x and y, and we're going to make x negative. So if we look at the point we started with last time, let's look at that. If we start with the point 46, come on, aren't you writing? There we go. Start with the point 46. That's where we're starting. There's my pre-image. We're going to map that onto, the rule says, put y first, put x second, and change its sign. So 4, 6 will get mapped onto 6, negative 4. That is what the rule says. 180 degrees rotation. Now, I didn't put clockwise or counterclockwise because 180 doesn't matter which way I go. It's half a turn. This rule says x and y stay in the same place, but x becomes negative, y becomes negative. That just means we are going to change the sign on x and y. So if I start at a random point, I don't care what that point is, we're going to call it x and y. That would get mapped onto negative x, negative y. Now, I'm going to ask you a bell work question about x and y. Please put your answers in terms of x and y. That's for tomorrow in class. If we keep going and I do 270 degrees clockwise or 90 degrees counterclockwise, x and y are again going to change places, but now y is negative and x is positive. So if, again, we start at our point 46, that will get mapped onto negative 6, positive 4. So those are the simple rules. Those are the rules that you need to work on, and not necessarily need to memorize, but that is how we are going to hit up the rules for our rotations. So if you have any questions, make sure that you come in with those questions written down and you get ready to ask your teacher, and we will see you when we see you, Patriots. Hope you have a good one.